welcome to episode 1 of my second 2024 series for Frostpunk Faith. Okay, so again, all settings on medium. It is a new home and we are just going to start, so we have to survive. So again, I've tweaked and refined versus my other series. This is for Faith, but I will be doing the start slightly more efficiently than I've done in the previous series, just to give you a more efficient start. Because it is possible. You can go to ultra efficient, which isn't entirely necessary, but it depends if you want to go the golden path. But again, so first things first, you're going to want to build a gathering post. You'll notice that I have paused the game. We are then going to want to build path to our gathering post, but for that we want to put a tent in here to give a straight line, so we're able to build the path, because you're not entirely sure where it's going to go. So what you want to do is you want to go to build, you want to go to tent, and then you want to put it next to where your path line is going to be, which is 2 tents wide. So that gives us our straight line. Now we don't have much wood left, that's fine. But what we can do is we can build down, we can cancel the building of the tent, go back to path, and that will give us enough to get to the destination. There we go. Now next you want to assign 15 people to this coal pile, 15 people to this coal pile. You want to come around and you want to have a look at some of your other resources. You need 10 people left. We've currently got 35. So this steel pile over here might be worth doing. So let's, I don't know, let's go with max of 15. And then maybe choose one more resource pile. Could be another coal pile to be fair, and then put 10 on that. So you've now got 10 people left. They're the 10 people building the gathering post, and hit play. So here we go. So now everyone is being used. Speed up your time, watch the construction of your gathering post, and as soon as it's nearly done, pause it and reassign your 10 people and hit play again. So now everyone's working on day 1. We're gathering resources, but what I will say is we're not going to have enough resources with this way of doing it to get wood. Enough wood for our shelters, our tents, because we need 8 of them and we're only going to get enough wood for 7. So workers needed, not now. We are not going to make kids work. I never do, because I always do moral playthroughs. If you're one of those that wants to enable the child jobs, that's entirely up to you. It does give you an additional workforce early in the game, but those of you that have played through multiple times will know you always end up with way more people than jobs. So there we go, we have managed to build 7 homes, but it is past 6 o'clock, so we have no more resources for today, which means 10 people are going to remain homeless by the generator. Now I've deliberately not turned anything on. Yeah, of course everyone's worried that they're going to freeze to death, so let's turn the steam generator to level 1. No roof over our heads, so you can go with I'll provide some shelter, or I'll provide shelter for all, because you will have enough time to provide shelter for all. Okay, so food. The generator hums with reassuring warmth. Indeed it does, and of course the usual wisdom of the crowd notification. So again, speed up time. We're into the first night. There's nothing else to do until we start gathering resources. There we go, promise fulfilled. You could have got a much bigger hope boost if you'd said, you'll build shelters for all. But there we go. So we've got 10 people without homes, and we don't have the resources, of course, to do it, which is fine. Now the double temperature drop is just at the beginning of day 4, and we will need to get everyone off of those resource piles when that temperature drops to minus 40. And you'll want to be using gathering posts, and of course you'll want heating. But this first episode runs to about 25 minutes, and it's literally the first 25 minutes of gameplay. I haven't cut anything, so we've got a critical shortage. Yeah, not now. Don't care, basically. It's day 1, calm down people. Well, it's day 2 actually, but again, calm down people. There we go, day started. We've got resources piling in. Everyone's working, so it doesn't really matter what we're doing in regards to that. It is completely fine, so carry on. And we're going to build a health hut. So the health hut, we're also going to leave space in the middle for an additional medical post this time as well, so you're going to have 2 in the centre rather than a capacity for 100 people. Okay, again, speed up time. go to tech, and what we're going to also want to do today, so within before day 4, is have 2 workshops running and our research underway, just to get things sped up a bit. So I'm speeding up time till we've got the resources, and again, plop down your second workshop. Now the other thing we're going to need is food as well. We are on day 2 heading into day 3, and it is medium difficulty, so we will want food soon as well. Okay, so gather resources. Let's take these engineers off of the coal pile, because the workday's finished anyway, and once the workshops are complete, which they will once everyone finishes working, we'll get the engineers assigned. Okay, so we've assigned our engineers to our medical post. Take some more engineers off of another resource post. There we go, first one's ready. Stack it with workers, and of course the other thing to do now is go straight to your research and pick the first thing that you want to research. Now faster gathering is ideally your first, followed by normally heaters, and then the beacon, because you want to get the beacon built very quickly as well. You'll see that we will clear out all of the locations very quickly in this playthrough without even the need for the third team of people. Okay, again, so we're running through the night. We've now got our 2 workshops, we've got our research planned, and the day is about to start, so we might as well go in and go for a law. It doesn't really matter which, to be honest, right at this beginning of the game, but we will enact our first law soon. Because I never use emergency shift, I know a lot of people do it, but again for me I go with the moral playthrough, just being a nice leader overall and not going brutal at the end as well, so without ever crossing the line to becoming a dictator. Okay, again we're going to need some more workers, so let's remove 5 of these guys to go into the cookhouse, which will be too cold and with the temperature drop, but at least we'll get those initial rations converted into food. There we go, so we've now got 1 gathering post, 2 workshops, 1 cookhouse, and of course we will get some hunters behind that cookhouse as well once we've got the resources to do so. So again we are now moving into the beginning of day 3, and as you can see we've already got 2 workshops undergoing and getting the research underway as well. Now as soon as needed and you have the resources, what you're going to want to be doing, see there's 125 coal there and 94 there, we're going to want to build our gathering post over the fresh coal piles that we haven't touched yet, so there's more resources there. So again we want to go to resources and go to our gathering post and plop that in really in line with the building below. If you look, you can imagine the straight line down to the tents, and then collect our coal from there. So we're going straight from the center of the generator up to the gathering post, and we're out of wood again. That's fine. Again, speed up time, we've got a bit of the day to go. Family torn apart, people from our convoy. Yes, I know, don't worry, we'll do what we can. That's basically the beacon, but again we are going to get there, we're just getting everything sorted first. Okay, right, so again, second research. Go to, so looking around, so second research, go with beacon. So the first research was faster gathering, that just speeds up your gathering teams, and then second research beacon, and third heaters. Now of course the thing is, the temperature will drop before you've got the heater research. You've got 20 hungry people, but they should have time to eat. Now we've done it on the end of day 3, so that should be fine. And again we're also going to want a hunter's hut. Now you're going to need path down the side of the building, because otherwise it won't line up. Don't ask me why, the game's a bit silly in regards to that, but just come out by 1 section of wood and then you can line up the building exactly. There we go. Okay, now again with the temperature drop you are going to have to start removing people, so let's get rid of the people on this pile over here. I don't think we've got any other active piles, but of course we have got all the people on the coal. So again, just speed up time, just get all your actions completed that you want to get completed. So again, all the hungry people are now eating. There we go. People from our convoy, yep. So rescue the survivors. Well, our research is already at 84% for the beacon, so it's nearly done. We need to get rid of 10 people off this pile to go into here. Plus, obviously, we've got our hunter's hut as well. So ideally, we need more than 5 people, of course. So let's get rid of those people and put them in for food, and get rid of 5 from here to max out that hunter's hut. So there we go. We've got a fully staffed hunter's hut, cook shop, 2 gathering posts, and 2 workshops. Now it's kind of just sit here for the second, but obviously our coal collection is way over what we're burning, which is fine. We're getting a bit low on wood, that's fine. We will do the research for the sawmill and get a sawmill in as well before the end of this episode. So this first episode gives you a very strong foundation for the game ahead, but of course, as long as you like and subscribe and click that notification bell, you will know when each episode of the series comes out. So we've done order, and this is going to be faith. Okay, again, here's the temperature drop. So this is our first temperature drop. Everything over there is freezing, so we want to get those people off of that, because of course they're going to be too cold. But as you'll see, the gathering posts provide that additional insulation and warmth. So they go collect the stuff, go back into the gathering hut, that warms them up, but again it's still cold. So as soon as the beacon research is complete, we are going to need heaters. So again, even though it's the start of day, the temperature doesn't change, of course, because there are no heaters in the buildings yet. But we're at -40 and we're on day 4. Okay, so again, 96, 97. As soon as this finishes, we're going to want to fire off the heaters research. So here we go. Heating, you want heaters. You've got all your other resources as well, but we're going straight with heaters, because with the double temperature drop, you do have a day and 3/4 until the temperature is going to go back up by 10 degrees. So it's still going to be -30. So just the generator's overdrive, just so you know how it works. I'm sure you all do, but or you might not, of course. So with the generator, you can put it into overdrive at night. Ideally is the time that you use it to increase the temperature by either 1 or 2 levels, depending on how much you have improved your generator. Now we're right at the beginning of the game, so it only increases it by 1 level, but we now have heaters. So next thing, what do we need? We're going to need a sawmill, because we're going to need wood. And then next will be coal thumper, and then it will be it'll be steam hub, then coal thumper. Because of course we're going to start getting people in from the wastelands. Now as you can see, some food's been brought back, but it can't be converted into food because at the moment it's too cold. So of course we need to turn on the heaters. So although we've researched heaters, we haven't actually turned them on yet. We also want to build our beacon as well, and we will build it behind our hunter's hut. And as you can see, doesn't line up. So again, we need to build a path down the side, bring it out by 1 or 2 or whatever, or 3 if you're then going to build a gathering post up for those 3 resource piles, and boom, there we go, our beacon is now going to be constructed. And of course we're then going to need some people to be assigned for the scouts. So yes, and then we're going to start getting some new people into our city as we start rescuing the rest of the convoy and exploring the frozen wasteland. Okay, so it's night time and the beacon has been built. Here we go, nice little hope boost for our city, and a very effective first few days in our city. I do like this little cutscene. And there it is. Our beacon is there, and now we can start exploring. So we need to create. So we haven't got enough wood at the moment. We've only got 31, but that's fine. Now again, we should really be ideally looking at temperature and everything else to see what we want to do. And of course we could also potentially enable the overdrive at night. So there we go. And that's going to increase the temperature for everyone. So let's have a look. And while we're here, before the new day starts, let's get those heaters turned on. The medical post doesn't really need it, but that's because the overdrive is on at the moment, and we've forgotten about the other gathering post, of course. We're still making plenty of coal, so that's good. It's in the green. That's what we want. We needed a win. Lovely stuff. Again, speeding up our time as we get through to 8 AM the following day. And the workplaces are going to be functional and more comfortable than they were yesterday. Still managed to get 2 people sick overnight, 3, 4. I love this. We've turned on the overdrive. The tents are livable. They've all got their own individual fires as well, and yet still people get sick. There we go. We've got 6 people who are now sick. I mean, really? What reasoning? I mean, I know it's minus 40 and everything else, but if you look at the temperature-wise on the graph from when we had it before, it's all livable. But hey, I think it's just that mechanic of the game. You have to have some people get sick. So we've got 33 wood. We need 40. Now let's turn off the overdrive. Now that it's daytime, our discontent's going to go back up. That's fine. Having a look at everything, you can see that that now needs its heater on, and of course the other gathering post could probably do with its heater as well, especially seeing as they're the ones that are gathering the coal, but it's fine. We've got plenty of steel for the time being because we don't use a lot of it, so let's add our scouts now that we've got enough wood. And I would recommend you go to the observatory first, get your first bunch of extra people, and then go to the convoy, and then start moving south towards Winterhome, and you will still do it before the dude arrives and collapses and dies at your city. So sawmill researched. There we go. We've only got 5 wood at the moment. We need 10. So again, speed, and let's build our sawmill. I'm more concerned with ensuring we have a continued wood supply at the moment than doing the next research. So again, find a relatively good position to put it down, so there's plenty of trees, and then again connect it up with path. Bingo. And there we go. So that's our next source of wood, which is fine once this gathering post is depleted, and go to our next research once we've got 10 wood. There we go, we've got 10. Let's go with coal thumper next, because again the next thing to run out will be our coal piles, the stuff sitting on the surface. So we need those coal thumpers to inject water into the ground, push coal to the surface, so that we can continue to collect coal. Now that can be demolished because all the resources have been gathered. This one still has quite a bit of coal, so that's fine. Again, we actually still haven't turned the temperature on. We've got 0 coal. Oh no, we've got 264 a day. Again, we can speed up time now, get to the end of the day. It's fine. Coal thumper's been researched right last minute at the end of the day. So again, what else do we need? Well, we do need the steam hub, but hunter's gear is also quite valuable, so let's go with the hunter's gear, because we want to increase that food supply as much as possible, because we're down to 83 rations, which is enough for the entire population, so we're still not too bad. Again, get our staff into the sawmill, get the heater turned on to make their lives a bit more comfortable, although of course the temperature is going to go up now anyway. And again, just having a look around our city, but for the time being there's not a lot else we need to do. Lost my words there for a moment. So second hunter's hut as we move forwards to get these things done. You need to keep increasing your food supply for your population, of course, so getting that second hunter's hut in is quite important. Our guys are nearly at the first location. Bingo, they're waiting. So here we go, the observatory, the sun is dimming. Dun dun dun, we've discovered a crash site. Okay, we're going to escort the survivors to the city. So there is a total of 34 people, so we need 4 new houses as well. We'll assign max people to there for now, and of course we can speed up time, because at the moment we don't have any resources. Our overdrive has come down quite a bit, so let's fire up the overdrive again just to keep our people warm at night. Turn on the heater in the other gathering post before the day starts. Well, it's the only gathering post now, because of course we got rid of the first one because they'd harvested all the resources. And just before the temperature goes up, we get loads of new people sick. Always happens. Now, this is good time to do child shelters, just because we are now quite a few days in, and it's one of those jobs that is worth doing, one of those laws. You could also enable soup as well, and also sustain life or fighting arena. The choice really on the laws is yours to make. I just like child shelters. Again, I'm just taking that moral high ground. I think the kids should be in child shelters and then be either engineer or medical apprentices, not be forced into work. There we go, the temperature's gone up. People have just come back to the city, and we're going to get a nice little cutscene just as I was trying to turn off the overdrive. Which is fine, we'll turn off the overdrive as soon as we get back in. Yeah, we will look for the others, of course we will. So there's a load of reunions, heartwarming to see families reunited after so many hardships, but shouldn't there be other settlements nearby? The first expeditions left London long ago. Indeed they did. Now we can max out the second hunter's hut, and of course we need to build. Overdrive goes off because we are just about to hit 8 o'clock in the morning, plus the temperature has improved anyway, so that's fine. Again, research underway, and of course, oh, misclicked it there. We need to build the child shelters. Now at the moment we have 15 kids, so you only need one child shelter. There we go, we've got enough. And these guys, of course, we forgot to send them back out. I would recommend going to the crash site for a nice little resource haul, and then go back again to the yellow dot, so the enforced storyline route. Resources are king, so we need 4 houses for the people that are in the city, because we've got 33 homeless, and this is probably a good location to do it because we've already got the road. So there we go, and again we need 20 wood to build 2 more houses. That's it. Again, build a couple more tents, keeping 10 wood aside actually when this research completes, because we now want to do Steam Hub. So get Steam Hub research underway, and that means that we will get enough wood before the end of the day. It's only 1:30, so we'll have 10 wood in a second to build that 4th house, plus we've now got our Steam Hub research underway to keep these houses warm, because the next thing we're going to get is can we warm some homes please? Well, we can make the promise to warm all homes because it's only 4 at the moment, so that's fine. Again, we've got 47 rations, we've got 7 people hungry, 3 people homeless. That's fine, that's going to be sorted in a moment. Now we've got extra people, so let's get a gathering post up here for these wood and steel piles, which is going to give us more easy access resources. So again, speed up time. Yep, our coal is at max, that's fine. Just having a quick look at the city. Consumption is actually now slightly over, which is fine. We can manage that for quite a bit. You can flick off some heaters or anything else, but we're going to increase our coal supply anyway. So here we go, cold homes. So we'll go with let's heat all homes. Nice big boost for that. There we go. The next thing is going to be food, of course, but it's fine, we're getting there. And the next gathering post has now been built. So again, we want to get that staffed, and then that's going to give us some more resources. So let's go for engineer apprentices this time, seeing as in the order playthrough I done medical apprentices. So in this one we're going to go with engineer apprentices, which will help speed up our research even further. So the more workshops you have, the more it stacks, the quicker your research goes through. But that's pretty much it for episode 1. This is a really good start. So you have, and we are going to build a second medical post as well, but we'll leave that for a little bit further. But again, our guys are waiting, so let's quickly go and explore. Now this is wood and food. Now we go back to the city with that 134 wood, which is a nice initial boost. But until next time, all it leaves me to say is good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and from me, Know It All Gaming, good night, and see you on the next episode.